Welcome back everybody to my 1956 Ford F100 Revival. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit of metal laying around here. I have been working on the front end, got it all apart, and I got the fenders off, got the rear end fenders off as you can see here. But in this video I'm going to show you what it took to get all of that apart, or for the most part. So stay tuned, we'll be going through that, and then soon we'll be showing the installation of the Crown Vic and how you go about doing that. So let's check it out.
Fortunately, I had already taken the hood off, so that was one less thing to worry about when I began tearing the front metal off. It's always good to start out with some penetrating oil. Old cars like this have been sitting around for a long time. There's going to be a lot of rust on those bolts. So first step was to remove the radiator core support, which is the front section between the two fenders, and it has the hood latch built into it. I continued to work on removing the radiator core support by removing bolts at the very tip where it meets up with the fender. That means that there were nuts on the underside of the fender that I needed to get to. Getting those, access to those was not too hard, and just takes a little finesse in reaching in under the fender to get a wrench on those nuts. Once all the bolts were out of the radiator core support piece, I was able to remove it, and that let me get access to a little bit easier time of taking the latch out that holds the hinge down. Next thing was to move on to removing the headlight buckets. I should have had a better camera angle at this so you could see what I was doing more, but a lot of that stuff is just held in with Phillips screws, which came out pretty easy. I was going to try to keep the wiring, but the wires are so brittle, I decided just to cut it loose, and I'll be replacing those when I put them back in anyway. I continued working on the passenger side headlight bucket, removing the screws and pulling that bucket out, clipping it off, putting it in my parts bucket to save for later. Then I continued to work on the screws and bolts that hold the actual grille in place. Some of those you could access from the front end. On a 56 you've got the little turn signals right down below the headlights, and so I removed those, which were still in pretty good shape, so I'll be able to reuse those. I may have to get new lenses for them and so forth. There was a bit of excess wiring up towards the front I needed to get rid of, so release some of the pieces up front there, and so I continued working on that. The actual grille ties into the radiator side pieces as well that I needed to work on. Continuing to work on removing the grille, I was able to take both front tires off to gain access underneath there to get to the grille side brackets that the grille is attached to. So I continued working on that and was eventually able to get all the bolts loose going through the side brackets, and eventually was able to get the grille released. You can see it moving around a little bit there. And then I decided maybe I should make it a little bit easier to work on and take the front bumper off. So I began working on that, and fortunately the bolts, they were pretty tight, but they actually came out pretty good. Didn't have to use any liquid wrench on those until a little bit later on. I think the underneath ones were a little difficult to get released, but overall not too bad. And just like that, I got the last bolt out of the grille, took it out and added it to the other parts in my bed. So with the grille out of the way, I decided to go back at the bumper, and I got this lift for this main reason. I'm working on my truck, so I thought this was a good time to use it and get that baby up in the air so I could have a better angle at taking those bolts out. Some of them were a little tough, but again, overall, not too bad. Again, go to Home Depot or your favorite box store, buy yourself a good can of penetrating oil. Of course, a few kicks never hurt to get one of those stuck bolts broken loose so you can get it out with a ratchet. And also, the air tools. They are very helpful in situations like this. So a few last bolts to release the bumper, and in no time at all it broke loose and I was able to put it in the back of my bed with the rest of the parts. So back on taking the front end off of my F100 56 Ford. The other day I was able to work on it and get the front grille off, and I just wanted to give you a quick preview of how it is at this state and what I plan on working on today. So today I'm hopefully it will get the front fenders off and this cowling in the front off of here, and then work on the inside panels here that need to be taken apart and cleaned up, repainted, and probably take out some of the wiring today as well. I did the other day. I did not film it, but I did take the doors off, give me better access to inside so I can start getting it cleaned up and so forth. So just a quick update. So far so good. I have the outside fender off on the passenger side. Quite a bit of rusty bolts up here holding that on, especially down along the side. Whoops. Down in here. So I'm gonna take the battery rack off there and then take the rest of the inner wall off. This side will be done, and I'll head on over to the driver's side, work on it. Okay, here's an update for you. Got both sides off, starting to take the suspension apart. Little head protector there on the end of the frame, but everything came off pretty clean. The driver's side seemed to come off a lot better. Maybe it was because I knew what I was doing by then. Anyway, got the headers and the old exhaust cleaned up out of there, and I'm going to continue with pulling the front suspension, the leaf springs, the single axle out of there, and get rid of that so I can start working on the frame. Well, that's all for this video. But if you enjoy content like this, please like and subscribe to the video, and you will get notified when I put my next one out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.